Isabel Beatrice Martins. I've always wondered what makes people act in ways that are sometimes very opposed to what their education and sensibility would dictate when they are under a powerful emotion or belief. I think that most Scientologists are generous people that want to help others and change the world for the better. So when you said that you heard from current members a reasoning such as, I don't care if David Miscavige beats people because I have gains from Scientology, wouldn't this ring some kind of bell in their brains? Doesn't these conflicting ideas, being generous and altruistic and being selfish, make some kind of short circuit that gets people started to at least want to investigate more or to do some introspection about the purpose of what they are doing? Well, here's the thing. It's different strokes for different folks on this. Some people see those contradictions, and their answer to that cognitive dissonance of conflicting ideas is to go this way. And other people's ideas are to go this way. So it really depends on the individual. This is the thing about people, is they're so unique in their responses. And so it's sometimes, it's hard to tell how how a person's going to go one way or the other. It depends a lot on how invested they are in the belief system or in the organization or group that they're part of, right? A guy who's given $1 million to Scientology is very invested. He wants to believe, and he's going to go way out of his way to engage in what's called confirmation bias, where he's going to see things the way he wants to see them, and he's not going to see things that he doesn't want to see. Confirmation bias can be a very powerful force mentally, right, psychologically. On the other hand, somebody who's not so invested can more easily have a freedom of thought and freedom of decision about something. And that is, I think that's the sort of the deciding point on it, is the amount of emotional investment, financial investment, time investment in something, I think will determine a lot about where a person gets to on that cognitive dissonance scale, I guess you could say, or deciding which way they're going to go with things when they're faced with a conflict. These people, for example, who have said that I don't care if David Miscavige beats people, I'm getting wins from Scientology. I mean, that sounds insane, because it is kind of insane. But if you put yourself in their shoes and you look at how invested that person is in having to have Scientology be right. If Scientology has to be right, then in their minds, David Miscavige has to be right, or at least has to be right enough for them to continue doing Scientology. That's kind of how the equation works as I see it. And I think that's why you get those kind of off-the-wall, completely insane statements from true believers, not just in Scientology either. So there's that.